Welcome to another episode of Game Boy Roulette, where we take a look at randomly chosen games from the Game Boy library. Mysterium. Wasn't that the guy from South Park? It's time to play everyone's favorite game. I've never heard of that one. I've said often that my favorite Game Boy Roulette episodes are ones where I haven't got a clue what the game is when it comes up on the randomizer. Double points if it appears to have no relation to a famous name or franchise. So back in the 90s, what sold games like this that had no name recognition? Two things, really. A fun name and an eye-catching box. Fun name, you don't get much more fun than something that sounds like a reject Spider-Man villain. Eye-catching box, well, not to spoil things, but it's got a dragon on it, so that's an automatic victory. On to the inner workings of Mysterium. The game was released in 1991 as a Game Boy exclusive, published by Asmic Ace Entertainment, the company best known for Civilization on DOS and the excellent WWF No Mercy for Nintendo 64. But the developers are far more interesting. Maxis. Founded by the legendary Will Wright, Maxis was behind the absolute behemoth that was SimCity, and would go on to make the even more behemoth-like Sims. But in between simulating everything that could be simulated, Maxis took some time to check out the Game Boy with Mysterium. In fact, Mysterium is their only Game Boy game, unless you count Sims busting out for Game Boy Advance. Man, can you imagine SimCity for the Game Boy? It would have set the cartridge on fire. I promised you a dragon on the box art, and I was not lying. And it's an angry dragon, too, guarding what looks like a treasure chest full of ball bearings and liquid metal. Not exactly sure why he's protecting that instead of gold, but hey, I appreciate his enthusiasm. So what is this game anyway? Let's solve the mystery of Mysterium. Ooh, now that's a title screen. Mysterium. What on earth is this game gonna be? Well, it doesn't have much of an ident screen, I'll say that much. What the heck? I am Morta, caretaker of the Mysterium. You must be a highly skilled alchemist indeed if Hermetrics set you to take on this. What? We have provided pools of fire, water, acid, and mercury so that you may transmute what you find and thus create what you will need to solve the mystery of the Mysterium. What? What? Oh my god, it's first person. Are you kidding me? I cannot even begin to guess what I'm doing. Pool of fire. Okay, hang on. So B changes to aim mode where I can look around. A lets me magic. Oh god, this is an adventure game? Post. Oh my god, this is way deeper than I thought it would be. What is happening? On floor. Torch. A torch of captured fire. Okay, there we go. We have to hit select to pick stuff up. And we'll pick up the... Whoa, 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 whoa. There was a lot of text there. Melt the iron in the fire of acid, bathe it in water of mercury, and it will reveal its rewards. Can we put stuff in the pool of fire? Hang on. Let's put the iron in the pool of fire. It changes to a glass key. Oh my god. Okay, we dropped something in the fire, and now we can use... Oh wait, scroll 1. Heat the iron in the fire. Oh. He put the tutorial in front of me. Transmute condition unstable. Base material, tin. Oh god, this is not at all what I was expecting. Okay, hang on. I need to consult the guide. I'm curious. What is that noise? Ah, what the? Hi! Oi, cut it out. What am I? Okay. Next time I should pause. Oh my god, look at all this! Weapons and shields, hundreds upon hundreds of items, maps of each stage. There's only 10 stages. This is a super, super in-depth game. The problem is, it's the... Oh, hi. There we go. The problem is, it's the Game Boy, and I appreciate the hell out of the ambition. But I don't know if this is gonna work. Pool of fire. Oh, is that a newt? Lizard. Oh, it's just a statue. Darn it, I thought I made a friend. Well, only one thing to do. Drop the lizard in the pool of fire. It changes to a dead lizard. Oh. The screen seems lighter now, and that seems like a problem. I think there's a very good chance I just lost this level and there's no way I can win. Because I burned the lizard. Oh wait, a pool of water. What if we put the torch in the pool of water? This isn't working. You know, I think I appreciate this game more than I'm actually liking it. It is a super cool concept for a game, but man, there is so much you have to consider. Why is everything getting lighter? Am I dying? I might be dying. Why does it keep doing this with the screen? Maybe I'm just low on life? There we go. The combat is not a lot to write home about. When you have a game like this, an adventure game, it's a very delicate balance to prevent boredom or tedium, and I'm a little worried this one is dipping a touch far into tedium. Oh, a pool of acid. We're gonna drop the white rose into the pool of acid. Please don't disintegrate. A dust of tin. Wait, don't I have something with tin? Let's drop the monsters. Oh, shoot. No. You've died. The mercy. Oh, man. I respect what they're going for here. They want a super crazy, complex dungeon crawler with puzzle elements. In fact, it is just one big puzzle game about slowly figuring out what everything does, figuring out what's useful and what isn't, what to put where, all that. But unfortunately, it's just not grabbing me. I know, like I said, I think it'd get more tedious than anything. Not to mention the combat feels very tacked on. In fact, that's a big issue. Why is there combat in this game? I think I'd like this a lot better if it was just walk around and solve puzzles. That said, I could totally see people playing this and being like, yes, this is exactly what I wanted. In which case, Maxis has catered to your very, very, very specific needs. I don't want to look at this thing anymore. Let it be known that when you shoot for the moon and miss, sometimes you don't land among the stars. Not only is this my favorite type of game to talk about because it's a complete unknown, but it's also my favorite kind of game to review because what it did was fascinating. It tried something totally different and massively ambitious. Granted, it didn't work, but it's still fun to talk about. Solving inventory puzzles and keeping track of alchemy recipes to make progress is a really clever idea for a puzzle game. And coupled with it being a first-person game, it was a whole kind of different experience for the Game Boy. While there were only 10 floors, each map is apparently pretty sizable, and looking through the guide, there's a ton of things you have to do on each floor. A really, really great concept. But, as you can probably guess by now, the problem was with the execution. There was just too much going on, too many mechanics to keep track of, and with no way to ease you in, the game dumps you right in the middle of things with nothing to do but very slowly figure out what you're doing, which sadly tipped the game far more into the world of tedium. I'm all for complexity in games, but when you get this complex without much immediate satisfaction, it really sours the game. Plus, the combat felt totally tacked on, like they added it at the last minute because they were worried the game didn't have enough action. I think I would have liked it more if it focused on just being a puzzle game and stripped out all of the enemies, armor, and weapons. I'm sure there are some people who will get a kick out of this game, but I really don't think it's gonna be many. It's a wonderful idea for a game, and I respect what they went for, but sadly, sometimes the execution is what kills it. On the plus side, we never have to look at that ant again. Ugh, get it off my screen, please. And that's all for another episode of Game Boy Roulette. Make sure to like the video, comment, and subscribe to follow the series as we continue to dig through the Game Boy vault. I'm BrianJ, and I'll see you next time.